Yo, so what's up, YouTube? It's been a little while since I've done a voiceover, and I'm just going to casually talk through this one. So this was a dunk session from last Saturday of the time of me recording this, and basically a huge thing I've been working on is my dribble dunks, because they used to feel a lot better than they have been quite recently. More specifically, they felt far better probably around the start of last year than they do now. And I was recently studying quite heavily on why this is, and I got some feedback recently on one of my dribble East Bay attempts from Jordan, and he noticed I was slowing down towards the end of my jump, and I was trying to work out why this was happening, because I was heavily focusing on not doing that, but it was still happening and I couldn't work out why. Then I was looking very closely at the technique I was using with my dribble, and it just was not optimal by any means. So maybe I'll put in an old clip, but essentially I was taking too long to gather the ball and doing it way too casually before I took my penultimate step. So this was slowing down my penultimate step, making the end of my jump in my dribble dunks not feeling as smooth, not feeling as flowy, not as powerful. So it was limiting my jump height and my speed in my approach. So this was a huge thing I was working on this session. And you'll notice, if you go back and watch my old sessions with dribble dunks, even just my one hand, does it look a lot more smooth, like they look a little bit more punchy, like I'm getting off the ground a little bit more quicker. And that is why. There's a few times where I wasn't doing this that well in this session. I'm still trying to get used to doing it again. Like I said, I used to be very good at doing it. I would dribble once, pick the ball up straight with two hands, and then aggressively take my penultimate step. But since then, I just fell into bad habits and just was not doing that effectively at all. So the first time I did it this session, I noticed an immediate difference when I did it. Like, it just felt so much more flowy, for a lack of a better term, at the end of my jump, like so much more speed. Like, it just felt like I carried momentum through my jump far better than I was before. So it just made dribble dunks just feel even easier. Now, this is something I still heavily have to think about. So combining this with a trick dunk still feels a little bit awkward, to be honest. Like, it doesn't feel that smooth because I'm not quite used to doing it yet, but a normal dunk, it feels pretty smooth. So I got to rep it out more with dribble dunks, rep it out more with East Bays, rep it more out with windmills, and you just saw me do a reverse pump there. I need to rep that out way more with that sort of technique. I still wasn't doing it properly then, to be honest, as well. So it just goes to show how technique-based dunking can be sometimes. It's quite literally 50% technique, 50% jump height. Like, obviously there's a minimum jump height you have to do to hit certain dunks, but yeah, I hope that helps, guys. And I'll catch you in the next video.